There are certain words and phrases a woman says that reveal more than she intends. When a woman misses you, her words become windows into her emotions, offering glimpses of her longing and affection. Stoics, with their mastery of human nature, understood that spoken words are often reflections of deeper truths. Today, we'll explore the specific things she says when she's been missing you, the expressions that reveal her emotional connection and desire for closeness. Listen carefully as we break down these phrases, rooted in psychology and subtle intention. Stay until the end, as each chapter uncovers another clue about her mindset and feelings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your story in the comments. Let's dive straight into it. Chapter 1. I've been wanting to tell you. When a woman says, "I've been wanting to tell you," it's not just an opener, it's an emotional signal. This seemingly simple phrase carries a weight of meaning. It means you've been occupying her thoughts. She's been holding onto something meaningful, waiting for the right moment to share it with you. Whether it's a personal update, a funny story, or even something seemingly trivial, the fact that she wants to tell you demonstrates that she sees you as someone important, someone deserving of her inner world and trust. It's not just about the information she's sharing, but about the connection she's attempting to nurture through her words. For a Stoic, every interaction is an opportunity to understand what lies beneath the surface. This phrase reveals her need to reconnect and validate the bond you share. It's a window into her emotions, one that invites you to step closer. She might not come out and say, "I've missed you," but her eagerness to tell you something serves as her way of bridging the emotional gap. This is her way of rekindling the closeness, a quiet but profound effort to draw you back into her world. Her choice to initiate the conversation speaks volumes about her regard for you, even if she's not overtly expressing it. Take this as a moment to truly listen, not just to the words she's saying, but to the emotion behind them. Her excitement or urgency to share something with you is an invitation to engage with her on a deeper level. Reflecting her enthusiasm and responding with genuine interest reinforces the connection she's trying to rebuild or maintain. When she senses that her thoughts and feelings matter to you, it strengthens the emotional foundation of your relationship. It's also worth recognizing that her choice to share might reveal more than the surface details of her story. Even in casual conversation, the topic she chooses to bring up, be it a funny anecdote, a challenge she's facing, or a random observation, offer clues about her inner world. By paying close attention, you can discern her current emotional state, her priorities, and her needs. This awareness allows you to respond with empathy and thoughtfulness, demonstrating that you not only hear her, but also understand her. Moments like these, though they might seem small, are significant in the broader context of relationships. They represent opportunities to build trust, intimacy, and a sense of mutual respect. By giving her your undivided attention, you show that you value not just what she has to say, but who she is. This isn't just about being a good listener, it's about creating a space where she feels safe, understood, and cherished. When you respond with openness and care, you elevate the interaction from a simple exchange of words to a meaningful connection. In doing so, you show her that her willingness to share isn't taken for granted. You transform a moment of vulnerability into a shared experience that deepens the bond between you. Relationships thrive on these moments, where understanding and effort combine to create lasting emotional closeness. Chapter 2. I've been learning more about your interests. When she mentions she's been exploring something you're passionate about, it's a strong indication that you've been on her mind. Maybe she started watching a show you recommended, picked up a book you love, or even researched a hobby you casually mentioned. This effort goes beyond simple curiosity. It reveals a deeper longing to connect with your world and stay close to you, even when you're not physically together. Stoics believed that true affection is best shown through actions, not just words. A decision to invest time in learning about your interests reflects emotional depth and a sincere desire to grow closer to you. It's her way of saying, I want to understand you better, even when we're apart. By aligning herself with the things that excite or inspire you, she's showing that your passions matter to her because you matter to her. If she shares this with you, it's essential to recognize and appreciate the thoughtfulness behind it. Take the time to acknowledge her curiosity and the effort she's made to connect with you on this level. You might say something like, "That's awesome. What do you think about it so far?" Or, "It means a lot to me that you're interested in this." These small moments of appreciation can go a long way in reinforcing the bond she's working to build. This also creates a wonderful opportunity to deepen your connection further. Invite her to engage with your interests more directly, maybe suggest watching an episode of that show together or discussing the book she's started reading. Sharing your thoughts and experiences can make her feel even more included in your world, strengthening the sense of closeness she's seeking. Her effort to learn about your passions also shows emotional maturity. It's not just about the activity itself, but about the intention behind it. She's choosing to invest in understanding what makes you unique, which reflects her genuine care and respect for you. This thoughtful gesture is a strong signal that she values you and wants to nurture your relationship. From her perspective, immersing herself in your interests is a way of bridging any gaps, whether emotional or physical, that might exist. It's a subtle but meaningful method of maintaining a sense of closeness and connection. By learning more about what you love, she's expressing her desire to keep you present in her life and to deepen the understanding between you. In turn, consider reciprocating this effort by showing interest in the things she's passionate about. Ask her about her hobbies, favorite shows, or other interests, and take the time to explore them yourself. This exchange of curiosity and effort creates a balanced dynamic where both of you feel valued and understood. It's about more than sharing activities, it's about building a foundation of mutual care and respect. When she takes the time to delve into your passions, see it for what it truly is, a heartfelt gesture that reflects her investment in you and your connection. Respond with openness and enthusiasm, and you'll find that these small acts of thoughtfulness can lead to a more profound and fulfilling relationship. Chapter 3. I was just talking about you. When she says, "I was just talking about you," those simple words carry a wealth of meaning. This phrase isn't just a casual remark, it's a glimpse into her thoughts and feelings. Mentioning you in conversations with friends, family, or even colleagues suggests that you've been on her mind, occupying a special place in her world. It's a subtle but powerful way of signaling that you matter to her, even when you're not around. The act of bringing you up in her social circles reflects her emotional connection. For her to include you in discussions with others, she has to feel a certain level of comfort, admiration, and interest. These conversations often stem from a place of fondness or curiosity, as she's likely recounting something you did, said, or represent in her life. Whether she's sharing a funny story, seeking advice about you, or simply referencing your name, this act reveals that you're a significant part of her thoughts and conversations. From a Stoic perspective, what we speak about reflects what we value. The Stoics believe that our words are mirrors of our inner world, revealing what preoccupies us and what we hold dear. When she says, "I was just talking about you," it's her way of indirectly admitting that you've become an integral part of her mental and emotional space. It's as though her mind naturally gravitates to thoughts of you, weaving you into the fabric of her day-to-day life. The context in which she mentions you can also reveal a lot about her feelings. Was she sharing something positive about you, recounting a shared memory, or discussing your interests? For instance, if she tells you, "I was just telling my friend how much you love," specific hobby, she's showing that she's proud of knowing you and eager to share details about you with others. This indicates that she values the connection you share and sees you as someone worth talking about. On a deeper level, this phrase is a sign of her desire to integrate you into her world. By bringing you up in conversations, she's not only keeping you in her thoughts, but also signaling to others that you're an important part of her life. This could be her way of testing the waters, gauging how people around her react to your presence in her narrative. In some cases, it might even reflect her interest in seeing how you'd fit into her social circle or family dynamic. When she shares that she's been talking about you, it opens the door for you to explore the subject further. Ask her questions like, "What were you saying about me?" or "Who were you talking to?" These inquiries are not only natural, but also demonstrate your curiosity and interest in her life. Her responses will reveal more about the context of her thoughts and the role you play in her world. For example, if she says she was discussing your kindness, sense of humor, or shared experiences, it's a clear indication of her admiration and affection. The act of discussing you with others also serves as a form of affirmation for her. By talking about you, she's solidifying her feelings and testing how it feels to include you in her life's narrative. It's her way of processing her emotions, making sense of the connection she feels, and perhaps even imagining how your relationship could evolve. This subtle acknowledgement of your importance is her way of letting you know that you're on her mind more often than you might realize. Your response to her statement is equally important. When she says, "I was just talking about you," take the opportunity to engage in the conversation meaningfully. Respond with interest and warmth, perhaps with a playful remark like, "I hope it was something good," or a sincere, "That's sweet. What were you saying?" This not only encourages her to open up, but also reinforces the bond she's trying to nurture. It's also worth noting that mentioning you to others isn't something she would do lightly, especially if she values her privacy or tends to be cautious about revealing personal details. For her to bring you up, it means she feels strongly enough about you to share her thoughts with people she trusts. This is an intimate gesture, even if it seems casual on the surface, as it signals her comfort in acknowledging your importance to those close to her. The beauty of this phrase lies in its simplicity and the underlying emotions it carries. It's not just about the act of talking, it's about what that act represents. When she tells you she's been discussing you with others, she's inviting you to see a glimpse of how she views you in her life. She's showing that you're more than just a fleeting presence, you're someone she holds in high regard and wants to share with the people who matter to her. In many cases, this phrase can also act as a prelude to deeper conversations. It's her way of signaling that she's been thinking about you and perhaps even leading up to expressing something more profound. Whether it's a compliment, a shared memory, or a question about your future together, her choice to start with "I was just talking about you" sets the tone for a meaningful exchange. Ultimately, when she says this, it's a clear indication of her affection and interest. It's her way of keeping you in her orbit, even when you're not physically present, and showing you that you hold a special place in her heart and mind. Embrace the opportunity to deepen your connection and recognize this phrase for what it truly is, a testament to the growing bond you share. Chapter 4. How is specific personal thing going? When she remembers and takes the time to ask about something personal, your work project, a family gathering, a health concern, or even a hobby you mentioned in passing, it's a subtle but powerful sign of her care and interest. This seemingly simple question carries a deeper message. She's paying attention to your life, valuing your conversations, and making an effort to stay connected to you emotionally. Her ability to recall specific details shows more than just a good memory, it reflects emotional investment. By remembering these details, she's telling you that what you say matters to her, that your life is important, and that she's genuinely interested in how things are unfolding for you. It's her way of keeping you present in her thoughts, even when you're apart. This level of attentiveness creates a sense of connection that goes beyond surface-level interaction. For example, if you mentioned a challenging work presentation a few weeks ago, and she follows up with, "How did that presentation go?" it shows she's not just passively listening, she's actively cataloging the things that are important to you. Similarly, if you mentioned a family event or a personal goal, and she checks in with, "How's that coming along?" she's signaling that she values your experiences and wants to be part of your journey. These inquiries reflect her thoughtfulness and the emotional bond she feels with you. From a Stoic perspective, such attentiveness is a mark of intentionality. The Stoics emphasized the importance of being fully present in our interactions, showing care and thoughtfulness through our actions. When she asks about specific aspects of your life, she's practicing this principle, demonstrating her intent to connect and support you. It's her way of saying, "I'm invested in you and the things that matter to you because you matter to me." These moments of genuine inquiry are more than just polite conversation, they're opportunities to strengthen your bond. Her questions give you the chance to share more about your life, inviting her into your world and allowing her to show empathy, encouragement, or even celebrate your successes with you. Each time she asks about a personal detail, she's not only keeping the connection alive, but also deepening it by showing that she genuinely cares. How you respond to these moments matters. When she asks about something personal, take it as an opportunity to open up and share more. Respond warmly, acknowledging her thoughtfulness with gratitude. For example, if she asks about your work project, you might say, "Thanks for remembering. It's actually going really well. Let me tell you about what happened," or, "I appreciate you asking, it's been a bit stressful, but here's what I've been working on." By engaging in these exchanges, you're reinforcing the connection she's trying to nurture. This kind of interaction also serves as a two-way street. Just as she's showing care by asking about your life, you can reciprocate by remembering and asking about the things she's shared with you. If she mentioned a goal she's working toward, a friend she's concerned about, or even a show she's excited to watch, bring it up in conversation. This mutual attentiveness creates a dynamic of shared investment where both of you feel seen, heard, and valued. Moreover, her effort to ask about personal things demonstrates a level of emotional maturity and intentionality. It's not just about the question itself, it's about the thought process behind it. She's actively choosing to prioritize your experiences and make them a part of her awareness. This kind of emotional engagement is a key indicator of someone who values relationships deeply and understands the importance of genuine connection. Her questions also provide an opportunity to gauge the depth of her interest. If she consistently remembers and asks about the things that matter to you, it's a strong sign that you're on her mind often and that she sees you as someone worth investing in emotionally. It's her way of bridging the gap between casual acquaintance and meaningful connection, showing that she's not content with superficial interactions, but wants to delve deeper into your life. From a practical standpoint, these moments are an invitation to grow closer. Use her interest as a foundation to build more meaningful conversations. Share your thoughts, feelings, and experiences openly, and don't hesitate to show vulnerability when appropriate. For example, if she asks about a personal goal you've been struggling with, you might say, "It's been tougher than I expected, but I'm working on it. Thanks for asking, it means a lot to me." This kind of openness not only strengthens your bond, but also signals that you trust her and value her presence in your life. In the grander scheme of things, her attentiveness is a reflection of her desire to be more than just a bystander in your life. She wants to be a part of your story, sharing in your highs and supporting you through your lows. By asking about specific aspects of your life, she's creating a space where both of you can connect on a deeper level, fostering a sense of intimacy and partnership. So the next time she asks, "How is specific personal thing going?" recognize it for what it truly is, a meaningful gesture of care and connection. Respond with warmth and gratitude, and use the opportunity to deepen the relationship. These small moments of attentiveness and thoughtfulness can pave the way for a bond that grows stronger and more genuine with each interaction. Chapter 5. I found something you will love. When she says, "I found something you will love," it's more than a casual remark, it's a thoughtful expression of her emotional connection with you. Whether it's a song she heard, a meme she stumbled upon, or a unique item she came across while shopping, this phrase carries significant weight. It reveals that she's been thinking about you in her daily life, observing the world with you in mind, and actively looking for ways to bring joy to your life. This seemingly small act reflects a deeper bond and a desire to nurture the connection between you, even if you're not physically together. At its core, this gesture is about attention and care. It shows that she has taken the time to consider your likes, interests, and preferences, remembering the things that bring you happiness or spark your curiosity. Whether it's a book recommendation tied to a conversation you had weeks ago or a funny video that aligns with your sense of humor, a decision to share these discoveries reflects an emotional intimacy that's hard to fake. She's not just sharing something she found, she's saying, "You're important to me, and I want to make you smile." In Stoic philosophy, meaningful gestures are often seen as reflections of deeper truths about relationships and values. The Stoics believe that our actions, no matter how small, are outward expressions of our inner intentions and emotions. When she takes the time to send you something she thinks you'll love, it's her way of saying that you're present in her thoughts even when you're apart. This act bridges the physical or emotional distance between you, allowing her to keep you connected to her world. Consider the effort behind her gesture. If she shares a specific song, it might be because the lyrics or melody remind her of you, or perhaps it's something she thinks you'll connect with on a personal level. If it's a meme or a joke, she might be using humor as a way to strengthen your bond and create a shared moment of laughter. When she finds an item that aligns with your interests, be it a book, a gadget, or even a unique piece of art, it reflects her desire to contribute to your happiness in a tangible way. These actions often carry an unspoken subtext: "I miss having you around and want to stay connected, even in small ways." By sharing these things, she's inviting you into her daily life, making you a part of her routine even when you're not physically present. This is her way of saying that your presence, whether near or far, holds value to her, and she's willing to make the effort to show it. When she says, "I found something you will love," how you respond matters. Acknowledge her thoughtfulness and express genuine gratitude. For example, if she sends you a song, take the time to listen to it and share your thoughts. If it's a meme or joke, respond with humor or a shared laugh. If it's a physical gift or item, let her know how much you appreciate her effort in finding something meaningful for you. These small moments of reciprocation can go a long way in strengthening your connection and showing her that you value the bond you share. It's also worth noting that this phrase often signals a deeper emotional undercurrent. By actively seeking things that will make you happy, she's demonstrating a level of care and attentiveness that isn't always present in casual relationships. This is her way of building a bridge, creating a space where both of you can share joy and experiences, even if you're apart. She's showing you that she's willing to invest in the relationship, finding ways to keep the connection alive and meaningful. From a Stoic lens, these gestures are reminders of how we can bring value to the lives of others through thoughtfulness and intention. The Stoics believe that relationships are built on mutual respect, care, and shared values, all of which can be communicated through actions. When she shares something she thinks you'll love, she's embodying this principle, using her actions to demonstrate her feelings and commitment. To deepen the bond, consider reciprocating these gestures. Pay attention to her interests and take the time to find things she might enjoy as well. Whether it's a heartfelt message, a recommendation, or a simple act of kindness, these efforts create a cycle of mutual appreciation that strengthens your connection. For example, if she's passionate about a particular hobby or interest, look for something related to that and share it with her. This exchange of thoughtfulness not only keeps the relationship dynamic, but also reinforces the emotional intimacy you share. In the end, her statement, "I found something you will love," is about more than just sharing. It's an invitation to engage, connect, and continue building something meaningful together. It's her way of keeping you present in her life, reminding you of your importance and expressing her care in a tangible way. When you recognize the depth behind these seemingly small acts, you'll see how they reflect her genuine desire to make you happy and maintain a strong emotional bond. So the next time she says those words, take a moment to appreciate the effort and intention behind them. Recognize it as her way of saying, "You're on my mind, and I want to bring a little extra happiness into your life." Respond in kind, and let these exchanges become a foundation for continued connection and shared joy. This simple yet powerful act of thoughtfulness can become a cornerstone of a relationship that thrives on mutual care and emotional depth. Chapter 6. I've been meaning to ask for your advice. When she approaches you with the phrase, "I've been meaning to ask for your advice," it carries more weight than it might initially seem. This isn't just about seeking guidance or solutions. It's about showing you that your thoughts, insights, and perspective hold a special place in her life. By asking for your advice, she's signaling trust, respect, and a desire to connect on a deeper level. It's her way of opening a door to meaningful interaction, inviting you to share in her world and help shape her decisions. This gesture is rooted in emotional vulnerability. Asking for advice requires acknowledging uncertainty or indecision, and choosing to share that with you demonstrates that she feels safe confiding in you. It shows that she values your input not only because she believes you're capable of offering valuable guidance, but also because she respects the way you think and process situations. In a world where people often hesitate to reveal their doubts, her willingness to ask for your opinion highlights the level of trust she has in you. From a Stoic perspective, the act of giving counsel is seen as an expression of service, wisdom, and connection. The Stoics valued relationships built on mutual respect and understanding, often emphasizing the importance of helping others navigate life's challenges. When she seeks your advice, it mirrors this principle, suggesting that she sees you as a source of clarity and strength in her life. She's not just looking for an answer to her question, she's seeking the reassurance and affirmation that come from knowing you're invested in her well-being. Consider the situations in which she might ask for your advice. Is she seeking guidance on a work decision, a personal dilemma, or even something as simple as choosing between two options? Each context offers insight into how she perceives your role in her life. For example, if she asks for advice on a deeply personal matter, it suggests that she sees you as someone she can trust with her innermost thoughts. On the other hand, if she's asking about something more casual, it might reflect her desire to include you in her daily life, even in small ways. When she frames her question as something she's been meaning to ask, it reveals that the thought of seeking your input has been lingering in her mind. This phrasing implies anticipation, as if she's been waiting for the right moment to approach you. It's a subtle indication that she values your opinion so much that she's been holding on to this question until she had the opportunity to connect with you directly. This shows that you occupy a unique and important place in her thoughts. Your response to her request can be just as meaningful as the act of asking. Take the time to listen carefully to her concerns, offering thoughtful and considerate advice that reflects your understanding of her situation. Avoid being dismissive or overly critical. What she's looking for is not only your guidance, but also the feeling that you're genuinely engaged and supportive. Even if you don't have a perfect solution, your effort to understand and help will reinforce the trust and respect she has for you. When she seeks your advice, there's often an emotional subtext beneath the surface. Her request might be a way of saying, "I miss the way we connect and how your perspective inspires me." By involving you in her decision-making process, she's reaffirming the bond you share and expressing her desire to maintain it. This is particularly significant if your conversations have become less frequent or if physical distance has created a gap between you. Her choice to reach out in this way can be seen as an attempt to bridge that gap, reminding both of you of the connection you share. In responding to her, embrace the opportunity to deepen your relationship. Share your thoughts with care, asking follow-up questions that show you're genuinely invested in helping her. For instance, if she's seeking advice on a challenging situation, you might say, "I appreciate that you trust me enough to ask. Can you tell me a bit more about how you're feeling about this?" This approach not only helps you provide better guidance, but also strengthens the emotional connection by showing her that you are fully present and engaged. Finally, recognize that her request for advice is more than just a practical matter, it's a compliment. By turning to you for guidance, she's demonstrating that she values your wisdom, respects your judgment, and appreciates the way you approach challenges. This is a powerful way of expressing her admiration and affection, even if it's not stated outright. In Stoic philosophy, every interaction is an opportunity to strengthen bonds and foster mutual understanding. When she asks for your advice, see it as an invitation to connect on a meaningful level, a chance to offer support while affirming the unique role you play in her life. By responding thoughtfully, you're not only helping her navigate her challenges, but also reinforcing the trust and respect that form the foundation of your relationship. Chapter 7. Do you remember when we? When she starts reminiscing with the phrase, "Do you remember when we?" it's more than a simple question. It's her way of revisiting cherished moments, holding on to the emotional intimacy and connection you once shared. Each memory she brings up is carefully chosen. These aren't just random recollections, but moments that hold personal significance for her. Through these nostalgic reflections, she's attempting to bring the past into the present, using it as a bridge to reconnect with you. In Stoic philosophy, the practice of reflecting on past experiences serves as a way to find meaning, cultivate gratitude, and gain insight into our emotional bonds. When she shares memories with you, it reflects her gratitude for those moments and her hope to rekindle that closeness. It's not just about reliving the good times, it's her way of expressing that those shared experiences matter deeply to her and still shape how she feels about you. Pay close attention to the memories she chooses to highlight. Is she bringing up a specific inside joke, a shared adventure, or a quiet moment of connection? Each one reveals what she values most about your time together. For example, if she recalls a spontaneous road trip, it might signify how much she treasures your sense of adventure and companionship. If she mentions a heartfelt conversation, it could mean that she cherishes the emotional depth you share. These moments offer you clues about what makes your connection unique in her eyes. When she initiates these trips down memory lane, it's also an invitation for you to share your perspective on those moments. Adding your thoughts or emotions to the story allows her to feel that the memories you've built together are equally significant to you. For instance, if she says, "Do you remember that time we got lost but ended up finding that amazing little cafe?" You might respond by saying, "I loved that day. It was such a great adventure and you made it even more fun." This exchange not only deepens the connection, but also reaffirms that those moments still hold meaning for both of you. At its core, this phrase is a subtle expression of longing. By bringing up the past, she's signaling her desire to recreate the closeness you once shared. It's her way of saying, "I miss how things were between us, and I want to feel that again." Even if she doesn't state it outright, her choice to revisit these moments reveals her emotional vulnerability and her hope for the future of your relationship. For a Stoic, engaging with these memories means not only acknowledging their significance, but also recognizing the opportunity they present. These shared recollections are like emotional seeds. If nurtured, they can grow into new experiences that strengthen your bond. By suggesting ways to create new memories, you show her that you're equally invested in building a meaningful connection that goes beyond nostalgia. For example, if she brings up a fun day you spent together, you could suggest planning a similar outing or trying something new that builds on that experience. The beauty of reminiscing lies in its ability to bring people closer, even after time or distance has created a gap. When she says, "Do you remember when we?" she's not just looking backward, she's hoping to pave the way forward. These conversations create a safe space for both of you to explore your emotions, strengthen your connection, and find new ways to enjoy each other's company. Ultimately, her decision to reminisce shows that she values what you shared and wants to keep those memories alive. By engaging with her and contributing your thoughts, you show her that you're just as committed to preserving and building upon the connection you share. In these moments, your willingness to embrace the past becomes a foundation for deepening your bond in the present and future. When a woman misses you, her words reveal her emotions in ways she might not even realize. By paying attention to phrases like these, you can understand her feelings and respond in kind, nurturing the bond you share. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more insights, and share your own experiences in the comments below. Let us know if you've encountered these signs and how you've responded. Until next time, remember, the truth of her emotions often lies in what she says when she misses you.